Hey, my name's Travis Irvin. Best friends with Billy Crank. We basically grew up together since the 1980s. We've been hanging out and have been best friends and locked at the hip most of our lives. What people don't realize is that Billy is basically a local legend around here. If you don't know him personally, you've heard about him. We live in a small town, and he's just one of those people that's so colorful and so funny and so outgoing that people just know who he is. Over the past little bit, he's gained a little notoriety, being in movies and different stuff, and I think that adds even more to the legend. Uh, we grew up in an awesome time, the 80s, the 90s, the best time to grow up, man. We started out uh, we were doing YouTube videos and vines and all that before that was even thought of, before the internet was even created. We were doing those things. We started out with like a huge one of those old huge home video cameras that you'd had to take and put the whole VHS tape into it. And we didn't have CGI. We didn't have all the cool editing stuff that kids have nowadays. And we would do, like, for example, for background music, when we were doing our movies, doing our skits, we would take headphones and put over the microphone so that we'd have background music for our videos. For like the physical stuff, like blood, we'd use ketchup. We'd make our own fake blood, and do sound effects. We had sound effects that we take and run through the headphones and use the sound effects from different movies and stuff to tie along with whatever we were doing in our videos. We've been doing this for years, man. Um, Billy, Billy, and even myself were basically, man, we were born actors because we spent our whole childhood just trying to make each other crack up and try to be funny and trying to be silly. And we were into horror films and just macabre stuff, and we tied that all into all the movies and all the stuff that we would make, all the videos. We would do skits that were just hilarious, and instead of sharing them with the world like kids do nowadays on YouTube, we just shared them with our family. And I think he actually still has a lot of those videos recorded and on different videotapes that he's trying to get digitized over. Um, Billy's just a cool guy, man. He is a born actor for sure. I know we grew up and he was a year behind me in school, but all through school, man, he was a class clown. He was the one who did the pranks, made people laugh, even teachers laughed. It was just a good, clean fun, man. Just making people laugh and just carrying on and being silly and being goofy. That's what we spent our whole childhood doing, and even now when we see each other, it's still the same vibe. Um, and most people don't know this, or they do, but they don't know the whole backstory. But he was legit the next Ernest, son of Ernest, and actually went with him down to Nashville, where we drove to this neighborhood and picked up the famous John Cherry, man. We picked him up and hung out with him and did a small video with him that he kind of directed. Um, and we had boiled hot dogs, man, at this guy's house and hung out with John Cherry. It was like surreal. He was legit. He was going to be the son of Ernest, and it was legit. It was going to happen. But things got in the way. Different people, um, rights, and people arguing over different things kind of led to that falling out. But that was like his big break. Of course, he's been acting for years. He started out in The Legend Daniel Boone, which we both love, man. We'd go every summer to watch The Legend Daniel Boone. And he was lucky enough to get in it. I kind of did my own thing, and I got out of the wanting to do acting, but he went and did it, man, and became one of the one of the top actors to come out of there. Also, he's done different films and commercials and all kinds of cool stuff, man. And he's just living exactly, and he's just being who he is. He's just being himself, man. What you get is what you get when it comes to him. When it comes to his acting, he is who he is. The silly side is definitely him, but he can be serious, and we've even made movies that were serious. We made horror films, man, that when we were younger, that we were legit serious, and really good actors for never being trained. But Billy's a legend, man. He is a legend. You know, just growing up with him, being who he is, and he's just a good guy, man. A good guy that's worked hard, and I believe that, at any moment, it would never surprise me at any moment that if somebody said, "Hey, Billy made a big break. He's in this new movie," it wouldn't surprise me because he's worked so hard at it and he's so good at it. Just an awesome dude, and he knows I love him, and he loves me, man. We never miss a beat, even though we've been separated for sometimes we'll go like maybe a year or 6 months, and then we'll reach out to each other, and it's just like we never separated, man. It's just that kind of love. We grew up together, and did so much cool stuff. If we could get to the if we could get a way to file or dig up all the stuff that we actually did, man, we could have a whole YouTube channel based on all the videos and all the stuff that we've done. It's really awesome. We were doing things that people dream of doing. Like, we were doing it on our own, and just coming up with these ideas and making skits and doing different stuff, man. It was just a dream. That's just Billy's an awesome dude, and I wish nothing but the best for him.